Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Steph, and if you're new, I share a lot of food inspiration, meal prep, and that type of thing on my channel. So please subscribe if you're new, and if you're not, I hope you're ready for a week of what we ate and some meal inspiration. So to start out, we just made some English muffin pizzas. These are a staple. We always do pizza at least once a week because it's a way I can get some veggies in my kids. Super simple, easy weeknight meal that is all-encompassing. On this night, we made some broccoli cheese soup. So in a large pot, I'm just going to melt some butter. As always, I'll have all the recipes linked down below. Then I added in my veggies, some onion, carrot, and broccoli, and sauteed that until soft. Once it was soft, I added in my milk, and you are supposed to use cream or half and half. I just used whole milk and it worked just fine. And then I added in my chicken broth, flour to thicken it, and then I seasoned it with some red pepper flakes. You can add as much or as little, as well as some salt and pepper. And I just let this cook over medium heat until it was as thick as I wanted it. And then this step is totally optional, but I used my immersion blender to blend up some of the broccoli because I knew my kiddos wouldn't love chunks of broccoli. I did leave some chunks. We don't like it completely pureed. If you want that, just throw it in a blender. It works just fine. But this just kind of took the big chunks out of it so my kids would eat it. Then I added in my sharp cheddar cheese, let that melt, and then it was ready to serve. So I just served this alongside some homemade bread, and it was perfect for this extremely blustery cold winter night that we had. So next up is one of my staple vegetarian meals that I like to make. So again, we're going to start with some melted butter, and to that I'm adding some diced onion, and I'm going to let that cook until it's nice and soft. Then I added in a bunch of mushrooms, some garlic, and we're going to cook that. Again, I'll have the recipe linked down below for you guys, just so you can see the actual ingredients, because in true me fashion I didn't have it. So right now you're supposed to use half a cup of white wine to deglaze your pan. I didn't have that. My next go-to would be chicken broth. I also didn't have that, so this is just water. But I figured it would work because there's lots of flavor in this sauce anyway. So once that's all kind of cooked down, I added in some thyme as well as salt and pepper, and then I added in my mixture of what's supposed to be chicken broth, but I used water, flour, and Worcestershire sauce to give it that Stroganoff taste. And you just cook that until it is thickened to your liking. And at the very end, you take it off the heat and add in half a cup of yogurt. They recommend Greek yogurt because it's thicker, it won't water down your sauce. I just had regular yogurt. I think it was 3% for my kids, plain yogurt, so I threw that in, and it worked perfectly. And clearly I'm trying to use up what's in my pantry and not overspend on groceries because it costs an arm and a leg right now. I'm using up pasta that I had in my cupboard, so we're doing a mixture of penne, macaroni, and rotini. And while it's really difficult to make any stroganoff look appetizing, it is delicious. I highly recommend this one, and we eat it quite frequently for our Meatless Monday meals. On this night, we had another super simple dinner. These are just tuna melts on English muffins, and I just served this with a bunch of cut up veggies and dip. Super simple, satisfying, delicious. So lately my husband has been really into making these ginormous salads that we eat throughout the week for lunches, getting as much veggies as we can into us, and then we don't have to have a hot lunch, especially when he's at work. He doesn't have to go use the microwave. So to a bowl, I'm adding 1 can of drain and rinse chickpeas, 1 can of a 6-bean medley, which has kidney beans and pinto beans and all kinds of beans. Then I'm adding about 2 cups of quinoa, 2 cups of broccoli that I chopped up in my food processor, half to a cup of celery, a cup of diced Roma tomatoes, about a cup of diced carrot, half a cup of yellow pepper, half a cup of orange pepper, a cup of cucumber, half a cup of shallots, 1 cup of spinach diced up fine, and half a cup of chopped parsley, and then a block of feta cheese. And then my husband made the vinaigrette, which is mainly olive oil and red wine vinegar, but I'll leave his recipe linked down below if you're interested. It was fantastic. We mixed this up and threw it in the fridge for the week, and we ate this every day this week for lunch and didn't get tired of it at all. It was fantastic, so much flavor, and it didn't get soggy. But that's it for today, you guys. I hope you got some meal inspiration, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care.